to cover such an inquiry. So why don't we run a video to... Oh, what's that, Olivia? Oh, super producer Olivia needs a second to get that clip. But Tamara Ugolini has been reporting on, and I think participating in the National Citizens Inquiry. And it's amazing to see the kind of unvarnished truth that is coming out in that inquiry. I'm sure it's going to be a more honest inquiry than the inquiry into Chinese interference in the Canadian elections. If it ever happens, that is. We're still in that special rapporteur stage. And the special rapporteur, well, who is it? David Johnson, yet again, a family friend of blackface. Unbelievable. And a former member of the Trudeau Foundation, which was, and we saw just a few days ago, folks, the entire board and executives ran for the hills. In any event, I think we have that CBC clip. Oh, joy. Let's check it out.
Gathered at a Winnipeg hotel today to air grievances and concerns over Canada's COVID-19 response. It's part of a citizen-led cross-country inquiry examining how governments and institutions reacted to the pandemic. As CBC's Josh Crabb reports, the hearings drew vocal opponents of public health measures.
For them, who chose not to get the vaccine, it should always have remained a private medical decision.
People filled this room at the Holiday Inn Airport West Hotel in a setting that appeared formal and structured. They came to hear expert witnesses and members of the public speak about the impact of COVID-19 policies. Rick Dick is a People's Party of Canada riding director in Winnipeg who attended because he disagreed with public health measures such as mask mandates in grocery stores.
There was a time when I went to Super Value on St. James and there was an officer there, and he denied me the ability to buy food just because I wasn't wearing a mask.
It's all part of what's called the National Citizens Inquiry into Canada's response to COVID-19, which is holding hearings across the country. It was launched by former Reform Party leader Preston Manning, who has since taken a step back. Engineer Ken Drysdale is one of 4 inquiry commissioners who listened and asked questions of witnesses participating both remotely via video and in person.
The absolute risks where you locked a child up in their bedroom for 2 months and they couldn't go to school and what the consequences of that might be.
Witnesses questioned the decision-making and science behind certain public health measures, including vaccine mandates, restrictions on in-person gatherings, and school closures. They also spoke about concerns over media censorship of scientists and experts who wanted to give different opinions. This was the first of 3 days of hearings in Winnipeg. Spokesperson Michelle Leduc-Catlin calls it a unique inquiry.
It is citizen-run, it is citizen-funded. This is done through people in Canada who want to hear what Canadians have experienced.
She says it's being paid for through donations. Patrick Allard, a vocal opponent of public health measures, signed up to testify about the impact on him and his family.
From, lockdown measures, whether that was great grandma in a nursing home, not having the care she needed, not having the family.
The inquiry's website says public officials, including Manitoba Premier Heather Stephenson and Chief Provincial Public Health Officer Dr. Brent Roussin, were summoned to testify, but organizers say they didn't respond. At the end of it all, commissioners will put together a report with recommendations and share it publicly. Josh Crabb, CBC News, Winnipeg.
You know what, folks? I'm pleasantly shocked and surprised by that report. It was pretty much down the middle. I was expecting a lot more demonization and vilification of the people that are involved in the inquiry. And these are real concerns these people had. We saw in the last few years a despicable turn towards vaccine apartheid, if you will. That gentleman saying he was forbidden from buying groceries because he wasn't wearing a mask. We had those suspended without pay, which is a fancy term for you're fired. We had people being banished from traveling unless they were vaccinated. This was a very dark period in Canadian history, and I dare say I don't think it will ever be repeated ever again. If there's some other coronavirus coming down the pike or something else like monkeypox. Yeah, whatever happened to monkeypox? I thought we were on red alert for that one. But good for this inquiry for getting to the bottom of things.
That's a clip from something we call Rebel News Daily. It's our daily live stream hosted by my friend David Menzies, but the show also includes a rotating cast of hosts and special guests, including me. It's a great way for us to talk about the news of the day as the news is happening in an unscripted fashion, and it's an awesome way for you to interact with us as well. We stream every weekday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Mountain, wherever you find Rebel News. See you there.